Yeah, let's ride. You know the summer's almost here. You know the summer's almost here. You know the summer's almost here. Even though the summer's almost here, it feels like it's wintertime. But finally it's not dark around dinner time. I mean it's April, while we snowed in. Can't wait to go to Connolly's and sip a frozen. On Sundays I'll be at the Sugar Bowl with all the young breezies putting sugar in their booger holes. Till I'm stranded, that shit is mad whack. I go more often, it's just hard to get a cab back.
You there, Big T? I forget that you won't speak unless the music's totally off.
And welcome
I don't
back
speak over music.
to the Big T Show. This is Big T once again. Experience a little technical difficulties. Pre-edible. I mean, post-edible, shit happens. What the fuck did you expect?
No excuses.
I was smoking all day. This is a late show for me, sir.
Pre-edibles. Max, how did I get the Big T Show thing back?
Hit, reload
Where?
on your webpage. That little arrow thing.
Where?
Oh my God, it's like I'm working with my father over here.
Yeah, because I'm not... Motherfucker, I was out drinking, doing cocaine when fucking people were aim at AOL.
Let me send my little bitch cat over there.
Yo, listen, my friend stopped making me emails at like 2011. He's like, yo, you're a grown up. Stop. I'm not making a fake email each year for fucking fantasy football for you. Every year he would make a fake one. And then I'm fucking at home, One Beach 105. I was sitting there. I'm like trying to remember easy one because I got like white boy password problems. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, fuck, everything's taken. Because I'm like 15 years late to the fucking party. And I'm sitting there. It's like a Seinfeld episode. I'm sitting there like just typing. I'm pacing. I'm laying on the couch one way, laying the other way. Boom, smoking. It's like a time lapse. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit, Big T loves Sour D, and boom, that was my name. And now this girl was telling me that she doesn't know when the people laugh at me if it's because it's Big T loves Sour D or that I'm still using Yahoo. Like, is Yahoo a bad thing? Is that?
It's not as bad as AOL.
All right, and listen.
At AOL.com.
But that ain't saying much either.
And listen.
No, they're
You-
very close.
You hear the voices. We just had a little technical difficulties. We're back, and the man across from me, Max Powers presents. How you doing, Max?
I'm okay. I kind of fucked that shit up. Thank God. Was it who called us out on that? Your mom? Your sister?
Shout out to my sister and,
Yeah.
and
Fuck
O'Neill.
yeah,
For the
man.
feedback.
Family.
Funny thing is, I predicted that earlier. Actually said it to you, and then totally forgot to check. Hey, is the USB connected and doing the things it's supposed to do?
Well, listen. Speaking of family, we have special guests this week. It's a fucking honor to be in the Big T studio with the lovely mural of my faces all behind me. I love it. Everyone fucking loves it. Find me someone that hates it. They may hate me, but they don't hate the fucking mural. And my man John, fucking West Bay, put it together. Love for the people.
Yes,
Thank you, John, for being here.
Thank you, Meech.
His brother, the man who's
What
gonna
up?
he's gonna help us. Hopefully, take the Big T Show with me and Max with his expertise because he's blown my mind how much information he knows about stuff I know zero about. And anytime I meet someone like that, you put them in a higher regard. That's what you should do because they know more than you. Anthony West Bay, how you doing, brother?
What up, Big T? The studio is fantastic. We are so happy to be here, my man. We're gonna chop it up.
Thank you, brother. And listen, every week the Big T Show is brought to you by Bake What Your Mama Gave You. And you gotta remember to be the person you are when you're high. I don't have my hat with me. I got my potato. They stole my money last week. These scumbags. My face is supposed to be laser printed on here. And
It's a laser printed sticker.
I thought that was a rock.
But since we had a little technical difficulties, we can't regurgitate the edibles, and I don't.
They can watch the first
might-
part. They just won't. They can watch it and they can play their own music behind it.
Oh, nice.
I would say classical, perhaps.
But we already ate some edibles. Had some gummies. We had banana bread with Heath and walnuts.
You
Delicious.
didn't answer me. Do you know how many milligrams in there? Any clue? What's
Listen. I can never do like a tape measure. I was never good at percentages. A rhombus. I have no idea what a
You have to
parallelogram
have
is.
a number in your head of what each one is about.
I just know how to make them. I know how to make them, and then I eat them, and then I see if it did anything to me, and then I know.
Last time,
Then I know.
I brought him a bag of edibles. There was like 6 in there. There's 10 total, 350 milligrams. I gave him to try. He tried them. He's like, yeah, they were right. But he's like, bring me another bag. He's like, I gotta really try it. I'm like, what do you mean? There was 6 in there. He's like, yeah, I gotta eat the whole thing though to see how.
You gotta.
I gotta get the full effect.
I
A
need
bag
to-
of 10. I eat a half of one. It'll last me 20 different nights. I'll get high as a motherfucker.
It's
Is
the whole
it a gummy
bag.
or a chocolate?
It's a gummy.
A bag of gummies.
That was 4 right there.
Yo, because I can't stop eating them. But like to get the full spectrum of what I'm dealing with, I need to eat the whole bag. All right, yo, I ordered $90 worth of Haagen-Dazs on Uber Eats from Cedarhurst. You know what I mean? That happened multiple times.
Money well spent.
The next day, am I hungover till the afternoon with the weed? That's how I know. If it's like, nothing, I got up at 8, 2 cups of coffee, that full bag, I shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? I should have 8 cups of coffee with no results. You know what I mean? Because that's what good edibles will do to you.
That's my
Coffee,
beef with edibles. That's my biggest beef is the next day I'm fucking useless.
It's a freebie, man.
Done.
It's a freebie. Listen, all you cheap son of a bitches out there, eat edibles. Because then the next day it's free a little. Then you don't have to fucking spend any money, you cheap fucks. But,
The funniest is when you take edibles at night and you go to sleep and you wake up the next morning and you're still a little fucking
Zombie.
oh yeah, no, that's what I'm talking
Little
about.
cuckoo.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best. That's the listen. The one of my favorite weed hangover stories. I was at this weed event in Bay Ridge at this old ice cream parlor. That they had an after hours weed event. Everything was infused, and I was getting the weed card, and you had to take a drug test to make sure there's no coke or whatever else in your system. And the guy's like, "Oh, stop drinking and eating anything at midnight." I was like, "All right." I was at this weed event till like 2, 3 in the morning. I was eating medicated waffles, medicated cheeseburgers, everything, medicated ice cream, smoking the rig, blunts. And I woke up, I was running late to the doctor to go take this drug test because I woke up with the only weed hangover, pounded like 3 cups of coffee, had nothing, no time to get something to eat. I was like, know what, fuck it. Sometimes I'll substitute a meal with like a cereal treat, like an edible. Like, you don't have time to go to the store this, and it tastes good, and like a cup of coffee, that's like a meal, you know? And I ate that on the way in. I get there, I'm fucked up. I take the drug test. I come back the next time. I don't party anymore, so I was not worried. It's weed. He came in. This guy, he was an old man. He's like 90. I don't know why he didn't retire. He like came in, and he sat down. He's looking at the chart. He like looks so like scared. He's like, so do you just consume?
Son?
Do you consume marijuana the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed? Because listen, on a normal drug test, I'm off the charts with weed in my system. Let alone when I was at a weed event and then I'm running late because I have a weed hangover. And I'm like, you know what? I remember I had a cinnamon toast crunch cereal treat on the way in. I remember that specifically, and I'm like, I'm having one for breakfast when I'm going to take the fucking drug test. So, but I got the weed card out of it. I need it. And shout out to I forget the guy's name.
You need it.
I do need it.
You do need it. I'm not making fun or light of that, sir.
God forbid anyone ever tries to take my
Oh, God.
right away to ride around with my weed on my persons.
Don't worry,
It's
they're not
good for the
coming
case.
after that.
Listen, you never know.
They're coming after a lot right now, not pot.
Yeah,
Pot was just
yeah.
an essential
Yeah.
business.
Hey,
in all the
listen.
states.
Listen.
Yeah.
What if the cops are like, know what? We gotta leave one color alone. We're gonna go after this other color, green.
Too soon.
Let's
Fuck
hope
you.
not.
Green lives matter.
But listen, we let off with Bobby J from Rockaway. His Endless Summer album is out now. Check it out. We what's that? No, that wasn't. We're gonna lead off with Autumn.
Autumn leaves.
Autumn
We
Leaves.
still didn't have access to
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
We had Bluetooth issues. We're gonna get that going. Start promoting Bobby's album, and that song is just deep, man. You know, it's just about suicide, but the content and the bars that he's rapping about is just it's there. He poured his heart into it. It's a fucking awesome.
well written,
Yeah,
heartfelt song.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby and just awesome work. And we started talking about it, but back in the day there was a beef.
We had a battle.
What's rap without beef?
Yeah,
You know.
we had a beef. We had a battle. Shout out to Bobby J. Yeah, we were doing the math before. It was 2004, and him and I had a battle because kind of went on the attack and put out this track called "Fuck Rockaway."
And then Boogie Boards.
And the Boogie Boys, yeah. And he responded for the neighborhood, so he represented, and it was something that was really cool. And him and I are friends now, but it was something fun to do back in the day. And it's funny because I was thinking about, like, you would appreciate this. There was no internet, there was no website, like the shit wasn't just out there. So I used to have to email it to people, and I would try to like write down people's emails to like blast it, or make CDs and hand out the CDs. That's how far along we are now. It's you
Back
don't
on
do
the
none of
corner,
that
it's like,
shit.
you like music?
Take this. Yo, my father the other day said, "Yo, come check out this box. Your name is on it." It was 2 huge cases because I used to have to make my own CDs.
Yeah.
And it was all blank CDs. It's probably
I saw that.
1,000 of them. You know what I told him? Throw them out. You can't do. There's nothing you can fucking do with those things anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking world. The world has changed.
Reflectors, you know.
Yeah, it's like a frisbee. It's like a little
Throw
frisbee.
it at someone.
Yeah, like a frisbee.
Man, I don't know where I was in that time, and I remember someone brought it up to me. I
At
think
the show.
Oh, because Bobby was there
At the show,
He
yeah,
came to
yeah.
the one of the 420
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
Remember,
think,
he left when he was one of the last people to leave. It was me and you. He left. He came back like 9 minutes later. So many people did that in that place. They didn't know how to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And during the daytime when we weren't even, maybe we were smoking a joint. And then at the 420 party, everyone gets wrecked.
Oh my God!
It was a maze. That was a fucking maze.
I started getting into it before, and like I said, John coming through, blessing me with the Big T Studio, the logos, the hat. I grabbed the Globe before. Usually I have my hat that he gave me after the first show. That I have a fucking
Size 8.
Yeah, size 8. The Big T show, the Big What Your Mama Gave You hat. I show every show. Brought to you by.
Yeah. I don't know
And
what I want to put.
the hat that everyone loves. You know what I mean? And I should have had my fucking jerseys here today. They should have been landed. I have the black with the white and the
Like
South,
baseball jerseys?
basketball. And the South Beach colors.
Yeah,
The
I don't
baby
know if
blue
you've
with
seen,
the pink
but
and the
you know,
black.
Oh,
some
shit.
deliveries have been delayed recently.
From China?
Well, way delayed then.
Don't get me fucking started on those motherfuckers.
Tell us.
I got fucking like 6 I-95 masks delivered to my house from China. Nobody ordered them.
How crazy
What
is
the
that?
fuck is that?
I got a Prince logo for the
Somebody
banner.
loves
What
you.
the fuck is that?
This Chinese guy sent me a Prince logo. I was supposed to send the Prince logo. Yo, it was comical. It was like almost someone was acting like a Chinese guy. Like, what would a Chinese guy say in an email? And like he was like, and someone was high, like, oh, let me fuck with Pharaoh. Like, what? And it was.
Thank you,
I wanna-
Purchase Print. Come again.
I want to argue with this fuck, like, because I have a purple bathroom that I turned into a Prince bathroom that he's seen. Because that's what happens when you have an extra bathroom.
Which is dope.
And there's that plant in there. It's purple, and it's called the Wandering Jew plant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jew.
I don't know about that, Max. But
I
listen, we just found out
etymology,
Max
that's fine.
wasn't Jewish. Oh, he's reformed.
Okay. Who?
Because he would always give me like,
He's
oh,
reformed.
my dad's an accountant. You know what I mean? Always fucking give me ways like to get those gunshots.
Whatever.
They
Keep
heard
talking.
they heard West Space and Rockaway right now.
Oh, they said
Bobby
fuck
J.
Rockaway.
Revenge, motherfucker.
Yo, round up all your boogie boards and paddle down to Big T Studio.
I said we shouldn't say it till the end of the episode, and I still don't know what the fuck that is.
All right, we're getting the fuck out of here.
It's Bobby J's out front with the steel.
I don't know if the camera caught it, but there were fireworks going off behind our head.
That would be good news.
Or an AK.
Well, listen. Listen, we're gonna get the.
Yo, you brought up the comedy show. I
Yeah.
gotta tell you a story.
Well, the first show ever.
Yes.
Your
How many? We
brother-
did 3 there?
4.
4?
4, I believe. We had the first one with me and Bronson on the cover. Then it was amateur hour on me. I never hosted a show.
Punchline, I called that one.
because we had a UFC fight afterwards.
Yes.
And I had because I was new and a lot of comics still don't like me. I'm like, yo, they're just gonna say yeah and not show up. This is what I thought in my head. So I invited mad
But
comics.
sure enough, we had the Chinese kid
Phil,
walking
Yo,
through the hallway.
it is so funny you bring him up.
back and forth. I
Yo.
didn't know who he was at first, and then I see we were setting up for 6 hours. We get chairs from the fucking
He
from
was
the
just
from
pacing.
the event place
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tables and fucking tablecloths. We got milk and cookies
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking
everything.
weed and edibles and pre-rolls. And I see him. I'm like, who is this guy? And then sure enough, 7 hours later, 2 edibles later, I see him on
Murders
stage.
it.
Yo,
You know what I think about rape?
Shout out to Logio chiming in saying the West combo.
Yo.
Logio, right?
Double A.
shout out to
Yo.
Phil. Shout out to Phil 987. Fucking ballsy, hilarious comic. Censorship, I think not. Asian dude, long black hair, trench coat mafia, and like just walking around with like a little like detective pad beforehand, and people like he's noticeable, and people were getting nervous.
Yo, someone sent me a picture of him like fucking 6 months ago.
Dante sent me a picture of him.
Yo, people do that to me too. Like, yo, look who I ran into on Fifth Avenue.
Yo, I was talking about race relations in America with my boy yesterday. And he says, you know what the worst part about this is? That Asian comic can't make any of his jokes. He saw that kid twice in his life, and that was the summarization of the conversation. That Asian kid from the comedy show can't make his jokes.
Career is he's
That kid is a beast.
Yo, listen.
aggressive.
A joke is a joke. I hope we're wrong, but listen, it's when I would see him like, yo, you write new stuff. Like, what? How much more can you talk about before you get stabbed? Hey, yo, Max, I can't even repeat it. I can't even repeat.
No, you can't.
Yo, listen.
I
Listen,
feel like
they
he
would
was
have been
playing that Asian card hard. He's like, I'm Asian.
Yeah.
I'm not white.
Don't know me. I fitted.
Yo, people would have been rallying to kill this guy if they.
Oh my god.
Yo, imagine at one of these rallies where someone's talking and all for a good fucking cause. We're laughing because we're talking about comedy, but imagine they're about to do a Black Lives Matter rally, and somehow we switched the chord to play Phil 987's recordings.
Now you should hit him up. Just be like, yo, Phil, we're doing a new show. No, this one's not at the warehouse. It's
Are you familiar with
it's on Fifth Avenue.
It's in Washington.
What's that? The park? You familiar
Washington
with,
Square Park?
You familiar with Union Square? Meet me over there.
Oh
Yes,
my god.
I know it. I'll be there, motherfucker.
Oh man.
I know I mentioned it before on the show, but like how you said, how we said like go there and switch the chords and just it would make people crazy. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Like, we're here for a peaceful protest, and then you hear this guy's to the limit set. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing it
Beyond
justice.
the limit.
Yeah, beyond the limit set.
Beyond belief.
And it always makes me think when we moved from, like I said before about the boogie board thing, when we moved from Brooklyn, I'm from Marine Park, moved to Rockaway, and it was like a freaking, like I said, a project war between OV and Hamels. And the kids would get at me like, yeah, Farrell, surfer dude. Like, I guess that's what white people do. And, you know, listen, I go to the beach all the time. And it's like, yo, like, you always get mad. How you making fun of someone for going to the beach? Like, what do? You live in Rockaway, you don't go to the beach?
What do you do at the beach if you're not boogie boarding?
I come over a bridge to go to the beach.
Yeah, it always baffled me. But there was like 6 white kids in the school. It's cool. I get along with everyone. But there was like this like weird nerdy white class that they didn't let anyone see. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know where they went to class because you never seen them in class. Besides that, if there was parts of the school and hallway, it was like Lean on Me, like Welcome to the Jungle, girls' titties are popping out in fights, and like I would see the nerdy white kids in the hallway.
They were like the X-Men kids, like
Yeah,
Charles
yeah.
Xavier, like had their own little section.
Yo, you don't know where they were, but when you did see them in the hallway, I had a yellow info notice, like a UPS still, like a post-it note. My mom worked at Lincoln High School. She would steal supplies and shit. And I wrote, I hate black people. I hate Malcolm X. I hate Martin Luther King. And I put it on the white kids' back. And you would see these
God.
you would see these kids chasing them down the hallway, kicking them in their ass,
my
punching
God.
them. And the kids would just start running because they don't know why they're getting hit. Because they have a note on their back saying, I hate Malcolm X.
And you were doing that to the other 5 white kids that were in your school? Tom's like, I'm a lone fucking wolf. Fuck all y'all. Y'all getting sticky nose from racist shit. Fuck y'all.
He sacrificed him.
Listen,
man.
I know it's so fucked up, but I'm laughing so hard about it because I'm thinking about like that moment of my life might have been one of the funniest moments in my life. This stupid, wild idea. Like, who would think of saying that? Like, reverse to make this person, oh, you hate black people, and punched us.
He's like, hey, Jeremy, come here. We got to stick together, right? I know it's the 2nd grade. I love you, bro.
Together.
But yeah. But we're talking about Full 987 and those first shows, and like we're talking about the Big T show and the studio we're in, and you fucking just crushing it. Like it's just fucking great. And you besides this moment in my life where you're helping me with this and make my studio be complete, like I said before, I don't know if it was the first show or it's just now because these edibles are kicking in. But like, I don't know what people. I get my motivation and inspiration from many places. You know, like this girl would bust my chops about like when I would say, "Oh, where'd you learn that?" I'm like, "Oh, I got it from a meme," and she's like, "Oh, that doesn't count. Bust my balls, like you stupid fucking."
You gotta say you read it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's the truth.
I read it somewhere. You read it on a meme.
on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I read it on
It's not lying.
I read it on a piece of paper on some white kid's
wait.
back. And but I get inspiration from many places, multiple places. And when I first met you, we were going to do the show, check out the studio. Hey, can we do this? Blah blah blah. I stopped drinking, or it was like what, a year or two in, and I was just, you know what I mean. And we fucking, you just like told me about podcasts and Joe Rogan. Next thing I'm listening to that when I'm making edibles. My first show, fucking
Lunch at Industry City. That's the day we had.
Oh.
That was the day, right?
Multiple lunches at Industry City. I've never placed in Industry City. Everything's made with avocado, cake, everything. There's more gunshots.
Welcome to your new condo,
But like,
buddy.
You avocado eating motherfucker.
But
Why was it so cheap here?
But just that first show, standing room only, and I was like thinking back about it, I was so happy about it. Like the speaker was like my first speaker. Like then after like it was good, but like I don't know, I felt happy about it. Then that second show you allowed me to have the 420 show, bigger, better than ever. Rented tables this time, bought the new equipment. We had the stage. Shout out to the Chilemis.
Kenny Chilemi, the OG.
No, but both of them, Danny and Joe.
You had the joint rollers. Well, that show is super legit.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the
all
girls.
that, all that.
But Joe
shit.
helped me build my museum downstairs. Danny with this amazing food dishes by Daniel.
Yes.
But just and having a 420 show, we had dozens of edibles. We had smoking hot girls rolling joints. Or you can smoke. Or you can. The Lit Company giving out free cartridges.
Smoke just in the
Oh,
air.
Damn, I like those. lit
Yo, how about when the
cartridges. Those are
cops
good.
rolled up?
Bro, Max.
That was one of the scarier moments.
How about when the cops rolled up, Meech?
No, so we're sitting there, Max. Shows second or
Max,
third.
you never there?
Killing.
No.
Second or third
that?
comics
He
going.
didn't like
and-
me back then.
And no,
Thought
listen,
I was a hipster.
The show was going good. You know what I mean? It's like we put all this work into it, and it's going. Then next thing you know, more gunshot. But then next thing you know,
Fuck, Tom.
I see John come over. He's like, "Yo, the cops!" And they were trying to get in. I look outside. There's fucking all the DTs and the luminous. What the fuck's going on?
They're all fireworks right now.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
yeah. You can catch it's a camera. I went on the wide angle just so you could see it behind us.
We're in a fucking war zone.
Tom, you should propose to
Protesters
one
are
of us.
outside.
No, but you came over to me like, "Yo, the boys are here." So we pushed the bar up against the
Fuck.
wall. I'm looking, and the
I
show.
look out the window. The whole fucking wall is windows, huge windows. I look out. We're on the second floor, or the third floor.
Third floor.
Third floor. And yeah, there was like 4 cars out there, maybe
Yeah,
like
DTs.
two coming from this way, 2 coming from the opposite way down the street. Cars there.
Rented tables, chairs, all these edibles,
Bartenders.
joints, posket, the girls rolling
I know who
joints.
fucking ratted me out too. Was one of my neighbors.
But yo, he goes, "What do you want to do?" We go, "No, we have to play it cool. We can't tell anyone. People were padding, you know." And we played it cool. Cops probably went outside, said, "No, listen, they're all adults. We're gonna write them summonses for smoking it inside."
Yeah, they were there. They were talking for a while. Like they didn't know what to do, and then eventually they just fell back. I guess.
Yo, they heard what
comedy.
was going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
There was no music. They just heard someone talking on a loudspeaker, and you could see them like snickering about it. And they were probably like, "Fuck this! They're not starting."
Yo, they're
with
probably
trouble."
jealous.
That was one
I
of the,
always,
Yeah,
Yo,
that's one
or
good
somebody
thing.
got murdered a few blocks away, and they were needed
had
elsewhere.
to run, yeah,
So
yeah.
either way, it's a win-win.
That's one good thing that I feel like we have come to the point where they will fall back on some shit like that because I feel like 20 years ago they run up in there and just start busting people because they could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
This
yo,
is the devil's lettuce.
no, but like I said, like jealous, not in a bad way. It's like, yo, a room in an art studio in an old like warehouse in
Industrial
Brooklyn.
building.
People sitting in chairs,
Yeah,
just
people
chilling,
not standing watching
just
stand
chilling.
up. Like
There
real-
was so much
We're
pot
good,
being
bro.
smoked.
Yeah, no,
it
it
couldn't
was.
have possibly been a fight.
It was
ever.
Gorilla in the Mist, and it's so hard to.
Gorilla glue in the midst.
Yeah, but it's so hard to gauge a 420 comedy show because you're like sitting there and you're like, fuck, man, it's a little quiet. Are people having a good time? And like then you see people afterwards throughout the week like, yo, that was the best time. Thanks a lot. They're so high. They don't know to laugh or clap, so they're just sitting there happy. And like that's the problem because I'm watching the room, but then the feedback after is like phenomenal, and it's something you have to get used to with 420
It was
shows.
cool. It was cool.
Or coming
and it
here
was
once a
different.
week for me because I forget. Yeah. I'm sorry I interrupt.
No,
See,
no.
the edibles are taking effect. I can't even think
Yeah,
straight.
on all of us.
No, but
I'm good.
some of the best shows, and then
great
Yo,
times.
my boy took his girl, a girl, on a date at the fucking comedy show. I'm not gonna
want
say his name. They get high as fuck. He's on a date. The girl he was with felt like every comedian was talking about her. She was so high. She has a panic
I
attack.
get there on shrooms, not pot.
She has a panic attack and makes him fucking take her out of there. That's how high she got. Which to me is fucking hysterical.
But between you and me, were they all talking about her?
It could have been. I
Definitely
can't
not.
say.
Definitely not Phil.
Can't
We know what
say.
he was talking
yeah,
about.
now Phil, there's a certain demographic Phil was going after. But then we, I mean, just like I said, it inspired me, and I started doing the podcast and the show, and just positive energy, just same level of thinking, and like, even like, I was going through some shit a year or two ago, whatever it was, and just the reasoning, just the brain wave that you're on with someone sometimes. And we just met each other a couple years ago. You know what I mean? And that number's true. Every 7 years, you lose 50% of your friends. You have people holding on, clinging to someone they fucking acquaintance they haven't hung out with because either one of them don't like each other, or you fucking move on. It's life.
Or you're married and you have kids.
Yeah, you get married.
We're all of the above.
You know what I mean? But you lose around 50% of your friends every 7 years. But that's not a negative thing because you meet.
You're boiling it down.
Life is changing.
No, but you're meeting
Yeah.
new people. You know what I mean? Like all three people
why it
here.
keeps it going.
7 years ago, we might have like maybe heard of you or heard of me or
I
whatever.
didn't
it
even
is.
know this guy 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Oh, look at these 7 years.
But what the fuck was I gonna say?
No, that goes two ways, Meech. You're the fucking man from the first day I met you. Inspiring as well. This man's got 3,000 times the energy that anybody else does.
Yeah,
Well, listen,
and
I had a
now
lot of
with
good
just
coffees.
weed, it's amazing.
Yo, you should have seen me on cocaine.
I'm glad I didn't. I can hardly handle you now.
But like then we ran it back with another 420 show, and that was probably one of my favorite ones because
The second one?
the last one we had, the last comedy show we had. Besides setting it up, that place we turned it into a nice studio with the long comedy place
Where was this?
at his studio.
Oh, okay, at your place.
But this
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one, we had a milk bar. We had the 12 dozen edibles. The girls.
Oh,
and
this is
shout
the
out to
one.
El Pasquito. He's always a friend of the show. He's always showing up.
He was always helping out big time.
Tuxedo shirt.
Bringing up ice on the elevator, the shaft elevator.
Staring at the girls rolling the joints with his little mole fingers. Shout out to Pasquito. But that last one, I talk about it all the time, Max.
You do. It's just like he literally every episode. He just
No, listen,
it's like the best day of his life. It sounds like
The best day ever.
he talks about it.
No, we're just.
Yo, it was both
Max.
of them. The two
Yo,
big
who
ones.
else is doing that? Who else is doing
Nobody.
that?
Yo,
Nobody.
You're paying $40. You're getting
Well,
on a
now,
good
now
day-
it'll be 80.
on a
you
good
know,
day,
a
a
couple years
$50
later.
cartridge or $40 cartridge. So that pays for it. So now you get a free cartridge. Now you walk in like, hey, here's some joints. Now you're smoking for free. Now you're walking past an array of edibles.
The edibles. Yo, that
Yeah.
was the Rice Krispie treats, right?
Yeah, lemon tarts. This.
Yo, you
like a
motherfuckers got my
dream.
dog high.
Oh.
So much shit.
They get so
my
dizzy. They get
dog-
so dizzy. The
My
dogs.
dog was running. He's so good always. Everybody left or in there alone. He's running in circles around the middle.
Was
There
he in
a
the
pole-
room?
There was a pole. I had him there once, and I was like, never again. So
Yeah.
it must have been the first one. because never again did he make it.
Yeah, shout out to
It was-
Bronson.
And everybody's
Nice
like,
dog.
"Oh, we love him and it's great," but shit falls on the floor.
Oh man, and
The
he
only-
just thinks it's a treat. Like
he'll eat
you
anything.
know? Yeah.
So yeah, he was running around in circles, and then
Don't know if his brain falls over.
and then he fucking peed. He'll never pee in there, but he peed in the middle. There was the wood column, and there was the plants on it. And he was like, "Fuck it, maybe we're outside." I think we're outside. Peed in there, and then he was standing there, just like falling, catching himself as he was. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he
it
made
knocks them right out, man. They get
What
like,
doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
yeah,
He's still here.
they always survive.
Now Bronson's got a dope tolerance. He gets fucked up.
But the dog, they always lose control of their bladder. As dogs that I know that got high.
They're just like
Yeah.
little babies. Oh,
I
man.
had a dog back in the day, R.I.P. Tiger. We lived in a bungalow, and for some reason my parents gave me this front room that was like where the bungalow ended, so it was like short, but I had my own entrance. So for my business, it really helped, and drinking and everything else.
Drive through.
And I had this
Go
dog.
right to the front. It's all good.
Yeah, that's what my mom was like, no, wrong door. And I had this dog that was only allowed in the front part of the house because my parents said I was allowed to have it, but what are you gonna do? It's my room. And I was weighing mushrooms, and I had this garbage can that, again, Lincoln High School, my mom took supplies. Shout out to my mom. And she gave me a garbage can, but it was like a metal garbage can for school. Like, I don't want that. The beer would leak out. You need something like plastic. So, you know what I mean? Like, those public school garbage cans, they're not sealed. You know, it's just metal, and the shit will leak. So I flipped it over, and I got these like Grateful Dead records at a garage shelf, like 50 cents. It just looked cool, and that was my table in front of my safe. Like, it was next to my futon. It was just an upside down garbage can with a record on top, and I was measuring the fucking.
They charge $6,500 for that in Soho right now.
It sounds trendy, right? So I put it down on the floor to get into the safe, and he came over and started fucking eating the mushrooms. This was 4th of July.
fuck.
Yo, he wouldn't stop jumping like 5 feet in the air,
Oh, no.
going nuts. And I'm by the Sugar Bowl. People are like, why'd you do it to your dog? I'm like, he stole from me. You think I gave it to him,
I
asshole?
don't fucking trust that dog no more. I thought we had an agreement.
Fucking Tiger, man. Yeah.
I've seen videos. My dog never got shrooms, but I've seen a video on YouTube of a dog on shrooms bugging.
How would you do that to a dog? That's fucked up.
I mean, it could happen by accident.
It
Like,
could.
yeah, he's, what do you
It could, but
even dogs.
if you're putting it on YouTube, I hope they're not doing it on purpose.
No,
You know?
no, they're pissed off like Tom was. They lost their fucking boomers.
Yeah.
Damn dog ate my boomers.
You owe me $35, motherfucker. You're not eating for weed.
Listen,
for that.
there's people doing weird shit with animals out there.
I don't want to talk about
Mushrooms,
that. please.
peanut butter, mayonnaise.
Holy cow.
Anyway, the painting. I had fun.
Yeah, let's go back to the art.
No, but also
For the love of
and more,
God.
and more. We're gonna get to the mural and everything behind. Man, if you want or need any work done, I love the Love for the People, the Abbey Road love sign.
That was
That's
one
a
of my
dope
favorite
one.
ones.
Yeah, I don't have it. I bought that for someone. Fucking stupid bitch. But I'm only kidding. I joke.
I hope it falls and cracks, bitch.
7 years bad luck. But yeah, if you need or want anything, you love his work, check out his page. Where can people find you?
Even if you like it, you don't have to love it. If
Yeah.
you like it, you can still come.
Well, yeah, he has another Instagram page for the like of the people, for people that don't want to commit.
If you're halfway there.
What is
Stop
the?
by.
I'm usually on the fence about things. I'm tough.
What?
But-
How do people follow you?
At Westgard, I just put it on the wall. After how long
Oh,
has
yeah.
it done? Definitely a month, right?
Yeah, over a month,
Month
probably
and a
6
half.
weeks.
Yeah.
But he came in, hanged it out, freaking just.
Not really. You got me. I planned on doing it in like a day and a half, and due to the amount of edibles and weed, it was like three and a half days.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say, but that I get it, dude. That's
It's
it
legit.
looks
man.
like yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It
It's
was fun.
awesome.
It's a cool space.
Yeah, and just promoting it, people. I have a
It
list
looks
of people.
good. Yeah.
Chopping Up Hip Hop, Twizzle Man, Jay, a bunch of people reaching out. Buck Gratano from Broad Channel. They see the studio, they see what we're trying to build here, and it goes back to John again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even like I said, I was dealing with some shit with a girl. Even just the way you just connect with people. I can't explain it.
That's one thing I could probably give some good advice on.
But
Not much in life.
and you told me I was just in a bad place with this person, and it wasn't me because I'm in a good place, you know. And he's like, "Yo, it's all ego. You think you can fix this person? You think you can change this person or help this person?" And And it's like, yo, you can't do that with someone. Like you it's not on you. You know what I mean? And like, and the situation got bad, but like, that shit stuck with me a lot, man. On top of the shows and podcast, like I don't listen to music anymore. I listen when I'm on my bike, but like podcast is everything to me now, and that's all because of you. We're going, and I just talked to Tommy O'Day about it. We were going, like, oh, it's my dog Bronson. I'm like, oh shit, I love Action Bronson. I just ran into Big Body, and remember, and I'm like, yo, I want to see the studio. Body just came,
Yes,
and I brought him on.
yeah.
I brought him on the tour to fucking Randazzo's, Brennan and Carl, and the Jew Deli.
The trifecta.
And you don't even come to fucking offer me to come on the show, but whatever. But yeah, just that advice also. Like, I was in a bad place that night when I stopped by your place just to say what up. You know what I mean? Like, you seen the angst that was in my chest. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
People deal with it. I dealt with it for too long, but you gave me just such sound advice that stuck with me. Like, it's all ego. It's not you try to help someone, think you can be like the savior for this person. It's not on us for telling people to get out there and do it them fucking selves, man.
Yeah, it's the truth. I mean, there's enough of that bullshit that's gonna come your way. You don't have to. If you're adding somebody into your life that is bringing in disproportionate amount of that, you don't need that shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
you can
maybe
still cut it. And someone told me that advice, and it stuck with me as well. And that's like it kind of clicked.
Pay it forward.
And you know what? It was a lot stronger then because now I'm in such a better place. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I turned shit around quickly, and like at that moment, it was such like as I'm repeating it now, I'm like, maybe it just seems like such a simple thing to say, but when you're have angst up to here, and then like just a lot of shit, even like cops getting involved, like you hear some sound advice, and it's like it fucking brought me down and just got me refocused. And you know what I mean, once I'm focused, man, I'm hard to stop. And you know what I mean, thank you again.
Yo, that's awesome, man. I'm happy to hear that.
And
Like
listen,
a boulder rolling
some-
down a hill.
Sometimes you catch yourself tripping. You know what I mean? Like
Everybody.
like this, but that Adam and Eve shit. You know what I mean? They had these rules, and we know what's right and wrong, and you know that you shouldn't be doing certain things, and but you're addicted to that fruit, that apple, that pussy, whatever it is. You know what I mean? That adrenaline. And I think I don't go out no more, but I was always good for a good fight, a weekend, a month. I don't sell blow anymore. I don't do anything bad with that adrenaline. I make a left turn into oncoming traffic, the car can stall. Yeah, that's a good adrenaline. I'm afraid of heights. I can't go on roller coasters. But I was addicted to, this bitch might be able to stab me with a steak knife. You know what I mean? And that adrenaline it's crazy. I know I sound crazy saying that, but I was addicted to the adrenaline.
No, 100%.
So welcome to the couch with Big T.
But no, seriously.
That's where we.
No, man, I
Dude,
love
we're
it.
gonna work through it, bro. We got your back. I got you.
No, this was
You're
a
right.
while ago. I'm talking about how this man. This is just a big shout out show to John, just the Big T studio, and it would be a fucking white wall, a gray wall, if it wasn't for him. It wouldn't. No, I probably wouldn't even be here.
Yo, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah,
you
like-
hit me up. I appreciate. I mean, it's still, it's your vision. This is how you wanted to do it. You saw it like this. It's so dope. Every time you put the video up, and it's your face, your real face, and then the even bigger, fucking spray painted face is sick.
What I had,
It's really good, man.
I had your hat on, holding that globe, sitting in front of the thing you painted, and with the hat almost right above the hat. And it was just, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on lately. I've been getting called the N-word a lot. You know what I mean? Narcissistic. And there's so many pictures of me in the shot. It was just, it makes me so fucking happy. Caught you. Max is like, abort.
I was just changing the angle, sir.
But yeah, listen, in the far right of the mural, the THC TV.
You want me to spin?
No.
Okay,
Listen,
good.
it's right here.
Oh, there you go.
The logo
Yeah.
right here.
They've seen it before.
We have big things coming because besides the Big T studio, we have a new kitchen cooking.
Oh,
and
shit.
And we're bringing back the THC TV. And then while it's been on hiatus, a lot of people always ask me, I want to be on your show. They never really say the Big T. Some people do, but there's always a push for the THC TV. I never had a guest. It's always me just being an idiot making edibles. A medicated dish each week or whatever it is, and I'm gonna have guests, and I'd love to have you guys, if you don't mind, do something
I
healthy.
don't know if I can handle an edible
I
episode.
can do it. Let's do it. Fuck yeah.
I have such
But-
a fucking light tolerance.
I showed you the garden I'm building.
Dope
So
out there.
my man Mateo, who's usually a guest host of the show, I'm a guest host on his podcast, and he's a guest host on Mars, or just friend of the show, whatever, however you want to word it. I had him out there working in the field. He's exhausted, and he couldn't make it in today.
That's why he didn't come back.
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
Even these green plants right here next to the wall looks dope.
Oh yeah, no, I got
got the flower on this side.
oh yeah, I got
Flower
flower
on that
everywhere. I got these snake plants and some shit create oxygen. 'Cause I can't sleep. I got a lot of shit, man. I got blueberries. I got fucking
Yeah, that's dope. I don't know nobody with a blueberry tree.
I
two
don't
blueberries, and I got this grape gonna be growing up the wall. Listen, I don't want to bore anyone with a garden talk.
Yeah,
Yo,
dog.
I swear, yo, this is some fucking weird shit. It's some weird shit. Like it's that primal shit we always talk about. Joe Rogan, people talk about. Once I got this thing in my head that I wanted to do a garden or something, and I didn't get my hands dirty yet because Mateo was gardening. But once you
But I
sink
had
it-
someone.
But it's your garden,
once you
dog.
Yeah,
sink
someone's
your
You're
hands,
the
Your garden,
director.
dog.
Yeah,
once you
you're-
sink your hands in the proverbial dirt and put your money in your pocket, out of your pocket and pay
Once
for
I
it.
tell
that's-
Mateo to touch the dirt, I feel that shit.
Oh man, then when I hear him cleaning his hands, I know what it feels like. to
My
your
hands get dry
dirty.
too, dog. My hands get dry too.
But it's the whole process of being a farm owner or whatever this little garden is.
He has a fancy farm.
Are you a farm owner? Let's
Bro.
clarify.
You could probably get a nice tax break.
arugula, blueberries,
Yeah.
peanuts, corn, Concord grapes, melon. Bro,
Did you say peanuts?
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote in
peanuts.
favor of. You're a farmer, dog. That's a lot.
no, but
How are you
Plant
growing peanuts?
it's the climate in the barometer. Now I have someone working with me, my friend Carolina.
Mateo grows the peanuts.
And yo, and if we get wine from the grapes, we're gonna have a show where medicating the wine, Mateo stomps out with his fucking shit kickers.
Oh my god.
No, but
You can. That sounds so deadly.
Yeah, dude. No,
You can medicate wine.
we can try. You medicate the sugar. This is what you do. You make a tincture with grain alcohol. It's like 100 and something proof. You need a lighter?
Oh, did I steal it?
It takes 8 hours. Now you have medicated alcohol.
Okay,
It's a
by
process.
doing the sugar.
There's a
and
process.
fermenting.
Oh
it.
no. Then you take 2 cups of sugar with 2 cups of the alcohol, and you put it on a thin tray with like a lip in the oven as low as possible. Every 15 minutes you stir it. Then after a while the alcohol cooks off and the medication stays. Now you have medicated sugar. You add a little sugar, I guess, to the wine for a little
Holy
sweetness.
shit.
And then it looks like almost like slushy, like a green slush that's not frozen. I threw a whole bottle of it out because it frustrated me. It's hard to work with. Like I didn't. There's a lot going on. I got frustrated, but I'm gonna revisit it because I want to medicate sugar.
Sounds like summertime necessary.
No, but
People demand it.
Yeah, a little sangria. A little
Yeah.
medicated iced sangria.
That's what I was
um,
thinking.
what the fuck was it? I'm fucking. We started the show.
Sativa sangria.
It's an hour for the edibles to kick, right? So usually towards the last 15 minutes. Now we have to eat that 15. And now we're halfway through the show. The edibles start kicking in. and I'm
Yeah,
done,
no, we're
right?
screwed, man. We really. This is Max, that little Matt Price motherfucker. He screwed it up. Blame him. Now the edibles are hitting me hard.
No, but when you start doing like a garden or something, like I feel almost self-sufficient. Like you feel like,
Like you got to take care of the plants.
well, besides that, but just something like
No,
that's
Mateo does that too.
like like a dog, a puppy goes and smells its own piss. Or not, someone it smells another dog's piss, right?
Okay.
Like
You're sniffing
no,
the plants?
no one tells the dog to do that. It knows from years of dogs doing that.
Epigenetics.
Yeah, and then we as people that came from the land or cavemen or some shit, I guess I don't even know if this is true, but I think in my head that we're cavemen, right? And then eventually we moved on and graduated to having farms and growing your own food. And there's something that triggers like a fire inside you when you start
Instinct.
doing like a garden where you're growing like stuff in a couple of weeks, a month, might be able to eat out of your own. I don't know. You gotta try it, and you're like, yo, you're right. I feel this.
Yeah, I've been talking about it a lot. I want to do it a lot.
Yo, John,
Big
this, I'm
time.
telling you, see this, and this is only a week of doing it. And I got Carolina. We're gonna promote her once we get the garden going. She's a botanist, a horticulturist, or something. But she's super smart and helping
Maybe
me out.
both. We'll say both.
Now listen, we're gonna medicate Capri salads. We're gonna have fucking medicated. Oh
Bro,
man,
just using the term medicate makes it sound so fucking awesome.
legit.
This is good for me.
We're gonna medicate the shit out of everything.
You eating fucking edibles again?
No, I'm just
Hey,
medicated.
hey, is your food medicated?
no, I get some heat sometimes about like my friends be like, yo, I got in trouble last night. But what happened? But I was supposed to hang out, watch a movie or something.
my
I
God.
ate one of your edibles. And she's like, why aren't you saying nothing? What's wrong with you? You eat one of Tom's edibles? And like get yelled at for eating an edible that's from me. And like indirectly, I'm rooting date night across Rockaway and South
Dude,
Park.
on Wednesday.
That's not your fault, though. That's that person's
On Wednesday, I ate because it's always good to eat the whole thing.
Half a blowjob?
I ate the
Stop.
whole
Yes.
thing. Well, our little friend Tommy O'Dam, putting him right under the bus. He only ate half one, but I went and met him afterwards,
even
and
finish
he was
my
just he was like so happy and just chilling, watching the sunset. Like, how you doing, Tommy? He's like, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. He was still like, John, like, I don't know how you would. And I was basically high school high, where I'm like
High school high.
paranoid.
When you always think there's one more person in the room.
room. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get out of here.
Always being followed by a cop when you're high school high. When I'm high driving,
I'm
like,
always turning
that's a
around.
cop. That bar car's a cop.
That's
Fucking cop.
What the fuck?
Yo, the whole time I've been thinking that's happening.
Wait,
That just started, though.
how the hell did that happen?
Yo,
I hit a button the other day. I kept twitching and I kept fucking spazzing, hitting the mic. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me right now. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this bag off. That's what's wrong with me.
Yeah. You
500 milligrams.
You need it for the full spectrum. Yo, here's my theory on edibles. Maybe you can tell me yes or no. I feel like when you eat medication through chocolate, you get fucked up a lot faster and a lot more. When you eat it with a gummy, it's a little bit more mild.
I agree,
You would agree, right?
and I think there's probably something with basically cocoa or like
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
a darker
No,
chocolate.
no.
Transports
no.
the THC.
Sometimes I get so high, I eat a lot of frozen mango, and it comes out in chunks in my shit. Like the night before. And then,
How
so
do we
now
how
the
do we
gummies.
go from that?
So now the gummies,
Where
we're
was the
chewing them,
segue
but
there?
we're probably high. We're not chewing them a lot. We're like, oh my god, it's so good, watermelon. And we're just chewing and swallowing like gavones. So it's big chunks of. I bet you if you siphon through your shit, you probably find chunks of
So
gummies.
he's saying you're not
but the
digesting
chocolate
it.
melts in our
Yeah.
body, so it just goes in.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're saying you got mango shits.
Yeah, people got.
I'm gonna assume he's got gummy shits too.
I'm here.
That's what's keeping. That's what's catching the
thank
mangoes.
After Farrell, after he takes his shit, it's like a candy bowl. Just like, ooh.
It looks like a candy can.
Oh man.
All right, so that makes sense. So the chocolate,
Like it- I think it
Yeah, it
melts.
dissolves.
digestible.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
That's a
Coconut
good- that's a
coconut
good theory.
oil. Coconut oil absorbs THC better than butter. A little bit.
It's
Like
got a higher lipid content.
something like that.
Ooh, okay.
That's
Max
the
And-
Hour.
and-
Talk that shit, Max.
And
next-
there's some other coconut oil, a fattier one.
MCT oil.
MCT oil. Yeah.
And I got a bunch of CBD. I need to get that oil and like some menthol shit and some other like Breaking Bad looking terms, but legal shit.
I believe that coconut oil is an MCT, by the way.
No, I
It's
need a fattier
medium,
one.
but you can get a medium chain triglycerides.
Yeah,
is what it's
that's the
called.
one I
Yeah,
need to
MCT.
make a CBD bomb.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Definitely.
got a bad thumb from opening the door and the lock for UPS, and I'm gonna call Stu the Jew. We might get another case going. I still haven't worked for them in 5 years, but no, that's his name. That's what he told me to
Dude,
call.
I use some of that CBD balm
He's
on
not
my
even a lawyer.
like, arthritis. It works. It works.
But no, listen, I said the guy's name because that's what he told me to call him. Your name's Max Prius or Max Powers?
Max
You told me to call him
Powers.
Max Powers. Listen, if Max wants to cut his dick off and
I like
call,
that you
call
called me
himself
like
Sandra,
Prius, like a Toyota.
listen. But if he changed his name to a woman, I'd have to call him that.
Yes.
So if someone calls, hey, I'm Stu the Jew, that's what it is.
I identify as Max Power right now.
All right.
Now that Matt Price guy, fuck
As long
that
as you're not
dude.
at wit's end and you're throwing it around, we'll be all right.
Oh. All right.
No, that's-
All right, no, listen.
That's where I know you're from.
No.
First time at wit's end, I'm trying to eat fucking duck filet mignon. This kid almost gets me shot by
All
the
right,
electrician.
Wits would open at 3, and me and my boy DJ were meeting a couple of friends, John, and a couple of friends from Brooklyn. There, I get there sharp because I fucking was high. Wits, I'm ready to go. And there's a local contractor that I know, and this other guy, and they're going back and forth. And Wits is a pretty open place, and the guy's like, the word Jew is getting tossed around a lot. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. It's just that's what someone's religion is. You know what I mean? But it felt the tone of it was not a dining setting. I was into it, but like other people might have been mad. You know?
Yeah, it happens.
And the guy's name was
I
like,
read about this place on Yelp, and this is totally what I thought it would be.
No, but the guy's name was Fink, and like he on these new like sweatshirts, the contractor sweatshirt, he crossed the company's name out and wrote Fink, and I think that's why the word Jew was getting tossed around a lot. And this guy was saying it and that, and there was no one there because we got there right when it opened, and so everyone comes, we order a bunch of shitload of food, and I'm starving, and they keep walking by the table, going back to the front. And this guy Fink kept walking by, and like I see someone coming from the kitchen, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm looking down at my phone. I look up, the waitress. It's this guy Fink again. I'm like, oh fuck, you're not the food. It's just a local Jew electrician. And he walks to the end of the table, and he stops, and he turns around.
So I'm thinking, I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, he knows him. That's his boy.
DJ's howling. He turned back and he
Everything
processed it,
stops.
and he goes, "What did you just say?" I looked at him. I said, "What? You're not an electrician."
Dude.
Yo, he wanted to kill
No,
me.
I'm a plumber.
He had like bangs, and he had this like fucking flip phone that his gay ass ringtone was like some generic techno like fucking Ukrainian shit. Yeah. And he wanted to fight me. Like he kept walking by trying to like throw himself into me. It's like, yo, bro. I just ate food.
I'm sitting there eating clam pizza.
Yo, listen, he's walking out. I'm like, oh, it's the local Jew electrician.
I know.
Then he got to the end of the table. He looked at me. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? You're not an electrician? DJ was just not even trying to hide it. Was howling in the guy's face.
Oh man. I love wits.
No, but listen. You started by saying the word, and I just assumed that. You know what I mean? Like someone's like, oh, you're a fat bald guy with a white shirt on. Like, oh no shit, that's what it is. Nailed it. But it always reminds me of like in the Family Guy, they always had like little like stupid side jokes, or I don't know what it was. They're at the bowling alley once, and they're just like panning to the lane, and it was a clipping on the wall, local paper, and it was a picture of Mort, the Jewish pharmacy guy, and it said local Jew bowls perfect game. Like it had nothing to do with the show. It's just them panning to like the alley from like the
Family Guy.
bar, and then like it stopped, and it was a clipping. It said local Jew bowls perfect game, and it's Mort who's. You know what I mean? Like they overdo it as Jewish.
Well, no, he's a great bowler, is what you meant to say.
They were like stinky balloons.
Bad tipper, good bowler. I'm joking. I identify as Jewish, like we always clarify. So I could say these things. You know, you guys better tight lip around here.
Yeah, no, sir, we're respectful of your identification-ish.
What do you think? It's cancel culture, I understand, but we're joking. What do you do? Throw someone out of their own studio?
Can't do it.
Sir, leave your own house. Fuck you.
No, I pay the bills here.
But I like the energy. Thank you guys for fucking coming in. I was so excited just to have you. I wanted to get before we had a bunch of shows under our belt, because it's an honor. I come up here like the first day, the sun was setting, it was really bright, and with that orange, it looked like the Pulp Fiction briefcase when I was coming up the stairs. And then I turned the corner, and I was like, yo, you did better than what the fuck I thought. You know what I mean? Like, I had a vision, and you
killed it.
Just like. Yeah, like sometimes you try to come in a girl's stomach, and next thing you know, it's all over her tits and shoulders. Like you had a plan, and
Just like that.
You just crushed it. I mean, that wasn't a good analogy, but you understand what I'm saying. I love it. I really do.
People can take that as they see fit. Yeah.
But yo, I did want to just talk to you. I know this is not like an interview format type show. It's loose. We just go with it. Like what inspired you to paint and get into the arts? Is that like cliche questions or?
No, not at all. I mean, I was always drawing and shit. I feel like always in school, always like getting in trouble for drawing and shit. And then cutting hair is you know, it's artistic and like do designs and shit. Not always, but like fuck around. And then I don't know, yeah, man. Started painting, stopped cutting hair. Like for a while, didn't cut hair for a couple of years. I still mess around now because I got the shop back, so I still cut my boys and shit. But yeah, man, I don't know. I can't do the whole. You got out of the UPS thing and you're very happy to be out of it now, and I couldn't get into it, man. So I got to do my own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I cut my own hair now, obviously. I used to go once a week, and like I know I started comedy late, but like between after hours, doing blow and drinking, just holding court, and just like I'd go get my haircut once a week, partying and drinking at the hip hop barbershop on Coney Island Avenue. Like I didn't know, you know, I didn't know the people there, but I know the two barbers from bouncing around Coney Island Avenue. And I would just put on a show. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved going to get a haircut.
In the barbershop?
Yeah, just not even knowing these people.
Wait, so
just,
who was cutting your hair?
Adam and Caesar.
Yeah, okay, that's Millennium.
Yeah, and what's this?
Why'd you call it hip hop barbershop? You just
It was from when I was like 16, 17.
because they play like we're playing hip hop. I thought
Oh no,
you
the
meant
old one that was by
Mr.
Mr. Tang. Me and DJ were just called that because they just had every rap poster on the wall. Remember the guy, the Cuban guy from Miami, the Spanish dude?
No, but I know Adam. Adam's an Asian kid, right?
Yeah,
and
but
Caesar's
there was-
Spanish. He's on Avenue R now.
You know Mr. Tang?
No,
On up Coney Island Avenue a little.
no barbershop.
Yeah, they were up a little like.
What Chinese food?
Oh, it's Chinese food, but it's next to the barber shop.
Yeah, they're right there.
No, but the guy, what's the fucking Cuban guy's name? But anyway, no, but that's
Frisco?
awesome. And listen, fucking, I just always, I know you don't like doing the cutting the hair, but when I was younger, fucking, me and my, you know Ginger Rose on Sheepshead Bay Road? I would get Merry
It's
Xmas
still
every
there,
Christmas.
rocking, I think.
I think so too. I'd get Merry Xmas in the back of my head.
No way. You
Yeah.
get the design?
Yeah, me and my brother
Get outta
went to
here.
Disney World. I had Bart Simpson in the back of my head. He had Goofy.
You have pictures of that?
My sister could probably. Caitlin, find them for us. Thank you.
Yo, I would love to see that.
Yo, and
That's
I
dope.
remember we had like these matching like Hawaiian shirt, shorts, outfit, and like as we walked through the Disney gates, people were coming up. Yo, can we take pictures with you? And like every
That's
Christmas
so
going to
dope.
Christmas, just fucking. I was like probably 7 or 8, like 9 years old. You know,
I
like
see kids with like
Just
designs
starting
in their
to bald.
heads now.
suck my dick, Max.
I see kids with designs now, and I'm like, why are you doing it? But you know, when I was that age, fuck it, I was doing it too.
Shit is mad fun.
Fuck it, live your life.
The Simpsons, fucking. I'm trying to think what else I had, but Merry Xmas for a couple years in a row.
Fucking great. So you'd be there with the whole family with the Merry Xmas.
Yo, we used to fucking. You remember answer machines? My dad would have us lining up around the answer machine, like, the Farrells can't come to the phone. Carol, Thomas, Sean, Tommy, like just screaming, and we'd like never get it right. It'd be yelling into this fucking answer machine. So fun, like, and if you don't know my family, it's fucking wild. There's a bunch of characters in that group, fucking barking into the phone. Listen,
hysterical.
we start the show all the time about eating edibles. We had a technical difficulty, so this 15 minutes, we're usually high after the show, bullshit and laughing, and now we have to be live on the show.
Just to
because of
clarify, there was no technical difficulties with the edibles.
no,
They
no, we
worked 100%.
technically.
how are those?
If you watch the first
banana
video,
breads?
you watch us eating.
Yeah, that's not your grandmama's
Play it with
banana
Peter
bread.
and the Wolf. You know, maybe
But-
some Vivola.
But listen, guys, that was
Yo, Mish, do you ever look at this when you're high as a motherfucker on 1,000 milligrams of edibles? Do you ever look at like this conspiracy shit on Instagram and you ever get into a rabbit hole?
Oh, just recently, because listen, like I said, where I get my information from, memes, the New York Post, I take things in. You know what I mean?
Just being honest.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, if someone's like, yo, clean your dishes with piss, I would take it in. I'm like, that's wrong. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna do that.
Like, you're a fucking retard. I'm not eating at your house, you fucking dirty fuck. But when things make sense, like, like it starts to, you don't want to be, you're not a conspiracy theorist. You're just like, hey, this put before me makes sense. Like fucking, there was a bunch of, even just the thing with that happened in Minnesota or Minneapolis, whatever. I said it.
Yeah. I'm
Just like the guy, there was money laundering from the place. The guy who got killed.
the
Floyd.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theories. Yeah.
He had the bills on him. There was something with girl trafficking. There was something that the mayor knew, and there was evidence in that building that they got the station that burnt down. And I'm like, listen, everything that you needed to happen happened, and then you wrote stuff that connected. So what if it really did happen? You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, we need all this weird, crazy shit to happen. No, that really did happen. Well, except for we don't know about the money and the and the girl trafficking. But if it did happen, the conspiracy would make sense, and it's intriguing.
It's very intriguing. It's a good story, Tom.
Definitely intriguing.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
it's something you can go write a book about.
Who, me?
I feel like I get so
Yeah.
get so turned off to anything though, whether it's the official narrative or a
the,
fucking
yeah.
meme or a YouTube video or an Instagram post or a fucking paper from no matter what newspaper or what magazine. I don't fucking trust it. I'm
Yeah.
so skeptical
I get
of
it.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to fucking read it.
What conspiracy has caught you recently?
There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
One that makes like the most sense to you, that you think really is not a conspiracy. It's like
Aliens.
what, that declassified shit in San Diego.
This alien shit, and they're talking about it now. And that's,
It
nobody's
didn't
even
make
talking
a
about
blip.
that.
It didn't even make a blip.
No one
The
even.
government is talking about aliens, like positively affirming
aliens,
people
yeah.
that like they encountered aliens, and everybody's in the streets
in the next 6 months.
talking about defund the police.
Yeah.
In the next 6 months, there might be an alien event. We
Yeah,
have to be
that-
prepared for
Yeah.
that.
That Rogan post
we
was
have
so
to
Definitely
be prepared
before
for that.
November,
Right.
selection for sure. There might be.
Did everyone see the Rogan post with the aliens?
And then
No.
like, there's 2 more months. of
We're up next.
I'm
Yeah,
nervous.
The calendar with
That
the
shit is so dope.
But and I think someone on his show said like we have an idea in our head if it's the spaceship that we think from the 70s, like that round disc, or whatever we think personally in our head what we think an alien is. Like if we had to take a psychological test,
Yeah.
we're probably
What
wrong.
if it just comes through? It's not even in the physical realm, and it just comes through as however you perceive.
What if it's dogs? When they've been there the whole
I
time,
thought Bronson was
and
an
they're just
alien.
waiting until they're like, wait till we're in every home.
Yo,
Got you, motherfucker.
What if it's the
Give me
dogs?
some
No!
What if it's the dogs and they're watching and they're like, yo, that fat guy's fucking with our dogs again, yo. And they want to come kill me because I gave him mushrooms. He stole mushrooms from me. And at the Puff Pass Supper at
Truth's
my
coming
mom's, we dropped a plate of meatloaf. Ripple the dog ate it up. I got chicken, multiple dogs. Any dog I can help. And I always tell the people that
Any
trust
dog
me.
I can help.
And they believe me for some reason. I'm like, yo, I can help your dog. Let me just give him some fucking CBD oil or butter. And they let me do it. And I overdo it because I want the dog to feel good.
They don't want THC. You can't give a dog THC.
Doggy,
How did you
you
overdo
need to take these 1,000 milligrams. I
You know
want
what?
you to feel good.
Listen, you know when you're buttering toast and you like hit the butter and it's like, man, that piece of butter is way too big for this small piece of toast. But you put it on it anyway. That's what I would do. Like, I have to give the little dog a little coconut oil. I'm like, that's a little more than I wanted to scoop up, but I already scooped it.
I'm not gonna put it back.
CBD is good for dogs.
No, but-
THC
Oh.
is not.
And
It
real
does
talk,
not work.
when I was
Yeah.
talking about that coconut oil before, I'm going to make the CBD rub because it works for my fucking, helps my thumb. That shit, I swear by that shit.
It works.
I'm the lady over here at the bakery. Shout out to Rockaway Beach Bakery, Tracy. The best bacon, egg, and cheese
Oh yeah.
on the fucking
Planet.
5 boroughs on a biscuit. It's fucking amazing. The pecan bun, and she's just awesome. Awesome coffee.
All the bakery is amazing.
She has dog treats that she put up the recipe on her Instagram. And I'm like, yo, that's a simple ass recipe. All I gotta do is add some coconut oil, and these dogs will be chilling.
Yo, I fuck with a place.
It can't be
if they have a bowl
THC
for
coconut
dogs.
oil.
CBD coconut oil.
Yes, that works.
It's an easy way to get me. If I go to a place and I have my dog and they come out with the bowl, they got me. The food doesn't have to be good.
Like a
Service
dog-friendly
doesn't have to be
racing
But
good.
restaurant?
yeah, if they're nice to your dog,
If
then
they're cool
you're
with my
like,
dog,
yeah.
I'll be
You
back.
give them every
In
other
Texas,
chance.
that's every restaurant.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
restaurant in Texas.
Dog
they have-
friendly?
Yeah. Clothing stores everywhere has dog bowls in Texas.
Yeah, I
At
fuck
least
with
in
it.
Houston, yeah.
Bronson appreciates
I
that.
want a dog so bad, but I ain't picking up that shit, man.
Why not, bro? It takes 2 seconds.
I don't do it to me. I wipe, I bidet.
You gotta
You
get
could probably get a little
Yo,
puppy
This
squirter.
is what you're gonna make it right here. You're gonna make a fucking portable canine bidet,
Oh.
and you just lift up the tail.
Come here,
squeeze
Fido.
it, and you just fucking
I,
blow
listen,
it in the
I
back.
would love a dog. He would be the best. I like dogs. Fuck with me, you know. And like
I got a min
What
pin
kind of
I'm
dog
gonna
would
give
you get?
French bulldog.
French bulldog.
Of course. It's like the
I
most.
seen one named Wallace. I named the Wallace at the Puppy City. He had like a lazy eye. It was
Yo,
a black
they're
one.
tough,
And he
though,
was
man.
like, he like looked at me like this, like yo, big T. and he had a lazy eye.
you gonna feed me good, man. Are you gonna doubt my ass or what? Try to get the fuck up out of here.
You don't gotta pick up my shit. Just betray me.
And like
I pick up my own shit.
my friend said she would pick it up, but I know she's lying. And,
Said she would pick
I don't think you need a French
Yo,
bulldog
me.
right
and
now.
Max said
It's
he would walk
humbling. Listen to me.
As a person who's a pet service provider and would
you
walk
said,
your
you
dog
said
for
I've
you.
given you good advice before. Let me give it again.
What if
It's
I have-
humbling.
What does have Max just do it all the time?
If
What?
you could afford that, and
Pick
you
up
could
the yeah,
yo,
$3 days, yeah.
yo. So my thing is,
Great.
I will. I have.
I
have
got
like
people to do that.
3,000
They need work right now.
I have like 3,000 dog shit bags in my house. The little rolls, they're great, but I forget them. So then every time I'm in the park and he shits, I don't want to leave it there. I want to pick it up. So then I look for something. And a lot of times it's like God will give it to you right there. Boom, there'll be a plastic bag fucking rolling through, and I'll grab it and use it. Or paper bags, newspapers. I've used yarmulkes before.
Yes.
Yarmulkes, it's the
Listen,
A paper plate. will
listen.
get the
That's
job
God.
done.
That's God again.
Or you can do the twig, or you can do the two move. Yes, if you get like a flat paper plate, you can't scoop it with it. So you'll get the twig. It's humbling. That's your
it's
child.
All right, listen.
You gotta take care of your child.
I
and
used
you
to
can't,
watch.
You can't just leave it there. It's fucked up.
I
People
used
that
to
do
watch
that shit, it
chicken,
pisses me off.
but it was in the house on a pad. And I picked it up, but
That don't count. It's got to be bigger than a handful. Those little fucking
no.
turds.
Little tater tot turds.
The little tater tot on a
Little
fucking
tater
wee
tot
wee
turds.
that's as far
If
as
it's
I
on a
got
wee-wee
touching
pad-
dog shit, man.
I don't do wee wee pads.
I feel like we went over. We sometimes Facebook only lets you do an hour, and then they shut you down.
It's all
But
good.
I'm still recording, so we can still do
still rolling.
the. Be the
listen,
person that you are when you hide,
Max
and I can start
Power is
over.
in the
but,
building.
yeah.
Tater tot
Well,
turds.
listen,
That edible just kicked in.
Thank you guys for coming.
These
through.
are the
John,
these
I-
are the problems with some of these. You know,
I butchered my. Yeah, we gotta do it now. I butchered how sincere
No,
I mean,
you didn't butcher anything.
meeting you in my life and just
Dude.
all I needed, like, there was a boat going there, but then you guided me, like, podcast this, just a lot of things, and then just from all the shows, my first show,
Look at it.
your first anything, you know what I mean? You lose your virginity or something, you remember that bitch forever, John Lecter, you know?
yeah.
And just
Hannibal
my
Lecter.
show, and I mean that 420 show, and I said it last week with the guy walking around with a cup full of milk. We're on the window, edibles there, girls rolling joints, comedy show, and just grown ass man. And all your fucking artist friends showed up at the last one, smoking hot chicks. People like, yo, what? These girls, the comics are going crazy. It was packed. People were fucking dressed nice. Like you said, people going on dates, and walking by on a Friday night where the color white, a lot of sniffing should be going on. It probably was. But men walking around, grown men walking around with solo cups full of milk and having a time of their life.
With a glass of milk.
Yeah, because
Who
we
the
had
fuck was drinking milk?
we had the milk.
Almond
I was.
milk, hemp milk.
Okay.
No, we had
Milk,
a milk
milk.
bar for all the edibles, and like
Okay.
We
walking
had
by,
oat milk,
like,
2% milk,
Milk,
almond
cookies.
milk,
Yo, like-
oat
yeah.
milk,
Yo, like-
coconut milk.
fresh haircut, polo sweater,
Big
solo
glass of
cup
milk.
full of fucking 2%. You know what I
Fresh
mean? Like-
haircut, polo sweater, solo full of
but
milk.
yeah, thank you guys for coming through. John, what's your Instagram again?
It's at Westgard. I just put it on the wall now.
Yeah, we'll
I
take a picture.
appreciate it. You know, you're the man for having me.
Hell yeah.
You're
Studio
doing a
is
wall.
Dope.
And it's making and everything you're saying is making me happy. I've been wanting more now than ever with all the shit going on. I want to get back out there, paint more, possibly hit the streets
Yeah,
more.
and hit John if you want a fucking mural or anything done, a painting. Check him out.
Glass of milk.
Yeah, glass of milk, 2%, almond, vanilla, unsweetened. That's what I go to.
Oat milk, whole milk, whatever you need.
Hey, do you have anything to promote? Anything going on?
Yeah, I like milk. I'm a big fan of calcium. I love cereal. Represent.
I hate
And,
osteoporosis.
Yeah,
you know?
word. I'm trying to fight osteoporosis and keep my fucking bones strong.
But
And that's it, man. Happy to be here.
Podcast?
Survival
What-
guy.
Survival Guide. Survival, GUID. We talk a lot about conspiracies. We go deep into the rabbit holes, and we like to fuck around.
Ah,
I
check
like
out.
it.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you guys again, Max, my man.
Killed it.
Yeah.
And listen, remember, be the person you are when you're high. See you next week.
Hey.
Oh, thank you guys.
My man. Oh man.
All right, so now we know.